that noise. I don't know what that is. I've never figured it out. One day I'll figure out what that instrument is, and then I'll make that noise with my keyboard. So, hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to Courtesy Flush. Joining me today is Hatt, who's going to play Ultima 2 with me as we try to solve the greatest mystery of why can't we open these cell doors? Apparently nobody can, and I think we solved it. We're going to go back in time and punch some cavemen, our ancestors, in the face and take the keys away, because that's where they went.
Yes, hello, hi. This is what he said is exactly what we're going to do.
I'm not making this up. This is just... I'm just going with it. I'm just going with it. Look,
Your Majesty.
I've been calling this lady Min-Max the whole time, and no one corrected me until like 30 minutes ago and said Minax. You mean Minax? And I've been saying Min-Max because my brain connected it. Hey, how's it going, Toilet Obliterator? Yeah, no, I was like, yeah, good evening. And it was just, I was just thinking, like, what, how? And then my brain just added an M in there. So Minax is who we're trying to kill. She apparently is not very happy about the fact that we destroyed Mondane in the last game. And so she just did some things with time, and that's why we keep going through time gates. So we're trying to solve this so that way Macho Bobbins can actually proceed with destroying Mondane in the same fashion, I guess. I guess this is just the same character, but in a different timeline. I don't know. Anyway, we're here.
I think maybe like she cared about the last guy we messed up.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Look, man, you can't just hold grudges like that to the extent that it has to span over the course of the entire planet and several timelines. That's just...
Yeah, I agree.
That's just overdoing it. That's just being hysterical, in my opinion.
There we go. Let's bring the game up.
And hello, everyone.
Now it doesn't want to. Now it doesn't want to actually work because I'm running the stream.
Wait, doesn't it work?
No, it doesn't actually. It doesn't work now because I'm trying to run the stream. You see, that's actually what happens whenever we run this stuff. It just immediately stops working the second I want to use it. Now I'm trying to full screen it, and then it just won't. And then it closed. Yeah. I don't know. I think I know what the answer is, though. Hold on one second. I think I could figure this out.
In the meantime, H.A. says, hey, Mike and Hatt. Hello.
Let's try that.
Oh, hey, I now notice the little bird on Hatt's shoulder for the first time. Is that a shrike? That little bird is a canary bird, and his name is Lord Sidebird. He is a very treasured but unfortunate ex-canary bird who used to live in my the large canary cage that I have outside my house. And he was always a very dysfunctional bird, but still highly treasured. And he was introduced to both BPL and my own community, Canyon. And so he became kind of like a mythical bird, Lord Sidebird, and hi Sidog.
Hello. Also,
and eventually,
let me also fix something else here, because
Your Majesty.
Why should I start a stream and be prepared, right? What's the point in doing any of that? That sounds like work. That sounds like something that I wouldn't want to do. It's not what we came here for. I came here to do that. Look at that. A classic.
Oh, hell yeah.
There you go. How's that? Does that sound better?
Beautiful stones. Yes, very much better. Thank you.
All right. So now we are... Let's go back.
Lord Sidebird died in battle.
Sorry. In battle with whom?
A little hawk, I think.
Brave.
Yes. I shall simply leave it at that. I shall not explain the details of this battle, but Lord Sidebird lost.
A true warrior.
The reason his name was Lord Sidebird, by the way, is because he, like I said, he was dysfunctional and he couldn't really fly that well or function that well. And he would quite often lay on his side with one foot in the air on the ground, the bottom of everything. But he was a glorious bird, and he shall remember it as such. And he now lives eternally on my golden pauldron.
Excellent.
Glorious, yes.
A golden pauldron, which you got from the depths of another glorious battle.
Indeed,
you won the highest roll.
I won top marks in that one.
Yeah, you rolled the dice and you rolled a 99, so they're like, all right, you win the gear now. And everybody just looks at you very upsettedly, but they know that you deserve it.
Yeah.
The old MMO days. Hey, you want to go to let's go to Eastern Europe here, and let's go take a portal
All right.
to visit our ancestors.
Exactly. AJ says, I take the bird as ceased to be, is bereft of life. It is an ex-canary. Well, all joking aside, sad to hear that it's no longer with us. He shall now live forever and all eternity in our hearts and minds, and on my golden shoulder. So you shall never die.
Yeah.
But it went out like a true warrior. Now oh
Indeed.
shit, look at this.
Another frigate wishes to die. Oh, they're running away. They are afraid. They're like, oh, Lord.
Come back here, you shall meet my cannoneer wrath.
Yeah, those are just a couple of islands.
No, Lord Side Bird, not Burn.
Lord Sideburn does sound like a...
I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty good name, but that's not it. It's Side Bird because it comes from he was laying on his side. He was a bird on his side.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So go north around South America here.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go up to punch our ancestors in the face. They're gonna be really confused, but they're just as confused as to why they have keys from the future.
Fuck you. Yeah.
I like how that orc did some damage to you from across the shore. Like he threw a rock or something and hit you in the chest. You're like, well, that was quite rude. Open fire.
I say, boatswain, order the men to fire the cannons at once.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fire the macho cannons, the macho losers.
Go down south here and then go into you see there's Lord British's island there.
Yeah.
So we're going to go aboard the British shores here.
Okay.
Oh, no, never mind. I meant those shores. We're going to go fight over there in
I'm going to have to kill
Scandinavia.
these guys, sorry.
Yes.
And also, HA is quite all right. I didn't take offense. I just wanted to make sure. I mean, Burn is pretty cool as a name, but no worries.
It happens, man. Yeah. It's kind of like the thing. Yeah, but you could go. So you want to get off and disembark here onto the right on the shore. And we're going to walk all the way to the right and take that other portal that appeared, not that one. So now we're going to stay right here. We're going to take this portal when it comes. And that should take us to our time that we're requiring for this part of the game. At least I hope so.
Me too. I mean, and yes, they are doing hip thrusts while firing the cannon. This is a rule when you sail with macho bobbins. Hip thrusting will occur when cannons are fired.
Indeed. Up there you go.
Oh. All right.
Okay, you are located in... so the town that we're looking for is around here somewhere, I'm sure.
Just make sure I have the right weapons. Is it 8?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
I think I have a phaser. Don't I? I know I have skin ready. Wait, no. 6.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Nice. Oh, damn. He had way more gold on him than normal.
See, I have phaser, yes. And, hi, Sarah Delgato. And hello, Soul Infinity. Soul of Infinity.
Yeah. So the town we're looking for is in the forest to the left. Preferably not...
What?
Preferably not in the... Where are we, actually? Oh, yes, I see where we are.
I tried to fire I was pressing F. I'm like, why won't you men fire the macho cannons? Oh, right. I am not on the macho ship.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to cross through that swamp there.
I did it again.
You just keep doing it.
I just pressing F all the time. I'm like, fire the damn cannons. Oh, yeah.
Don't let these thieves get too close, man. Oh, he stole something.
God damn it. What did he steal?
You have your phaser and you have your power armor, so it wasn't those. The two things that you need the most right now.
Those are the most important ones, yes.
Apparently, they can steal the most important items in the game as well. So if you end up with the things... Yeah, you have to go north and cross, not this one. Unfortunately, that will lead us to a dead end, which would be bad, considering we must take some damage to cross this. There we go. And once we're there, we're going to go south, and we're going to go around the mountains a bit. And eventually, we'll reach Baradine's town.
Coming round the mountain when I...
Yes, yeah. Baradine's town. A town from something our ancestors built. Okay, I don't question it.
You can't question
is.
these things. They just happen. Like these buildings, nobody remembers. No one like it probably didn't happen that way. It just appeared.
This is Pangea, man. Things are the way they are. We're gonna go punch your ancestors and get keys, or something. I don't know. That's what I was told.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Well, you
I don't know if we're
trust
gonna.
things you're told.
I don't know if we could take on. Well, we could take on 2 of these guys. I mean, our ancestors weren't that tough, were they?
Well, I mean, why do we have to take?
I mean, they
them
are
on,
like
man?
look how big they are compared to you. Stand next to them.
Oh my God!
They could pick you up and
Oh, you guys
throw
think you're tough, huh? You think you're tough, huh? You try to walk into them and nothing. They just like statues.
Soul of Infinity hit gives you 1 HP.
What do we wait?
So we
Is
came
this
to
the
this. Oh no, we came to this town specifically so that way we could fight guards. But I'm sure there are other things here. Let me see what's in the town for us. What is in the town? We have a deli, which is in Barrett. We have an oracle. We have a mage's magic area, and then we have a clergy to the south, which you're in right now.
Ah,
Would you like to get your blessing from the clergy?
I would very much indeed.
I think you just get healing spells, actually, but yeah.
Okay, transact.
But you're not a cleric?
Oh,
The clergy's like, we're not going to make you an honorary cleric. You need to be one.
This is unacceptable.
This is unacceptable. Like, these guys are holding crosses, though. That guy behind the counter is the only one who's not, and he's like, I don't have to.
Do you think maybe they're holding him at bay?
I think more importantly that he's running a job. He's running like some kind of like business out of this, where he's like, hey, if you want to be a clergyman, you need to start from zero. We can't have some warrior walking up in here. You need to go study and read.
He gets all judgmental, looking you up and down. It's like, what? You call yourself a clergyman? What, you kidding me? You got a goddamn row. None of these things even would moldy anything. I mean, what the fuck?
Get yourself
you
a sandwich while you're here. It's Pangea.
Oh.
You know, this was taken, you know, how many millions of years ago? It's like they had delis back then.
True.
They did. There's a deli right up there. So if you needed to restock on food, you could. Yes, that is a swamp. If you step in that, it will kill you.
Oh, well.
However, the oracle is accessible. You just have to walk around the mud to get to her. Unless I mean, why not? You could do it. Yeah, go up through that grass right there to the north. Not that one. Yeah, don't walk into that. Don't walk into those pixels because those actually damage you. So walk into the trees here, and it's follow the tree path. Pangea is a bit of a rough area. You have to go around the trees. Then the oracle's right there. There you go.
Transact.
Time and travel made me wise. Precious gold, clue it buys. How much will you pay?
Times 100, how many?
Just one. I'm just... The queen is the king, and the king is a spy.
What sort of a load of crap trap is that?
That was an oracle back then. All right, we need to go tell our... We need to go beat up some guards. There is a magic shop, but they're going to tell you pretty much probably the same thing. You're not a wizard, so why bother? All right, I think they're guards to the north gate as well. I believe you can fight them. We only need to kill one of them to get, I believe, but who knows? We might have to murder quite a few. This is actually quite literally what we have to do. We must kill this guard. The prophecy says Macho Bobbins has to throw down in Pangea.
Oh, yeah.
He just shooting him with a phaser. Yeah, we're shooting with phasers, by the way. We're wearing power armor, and he has a phaser, and he just walked through a time portal to our ancestors' time, and they're just like, who are you? And he just goes, and then shoots them with a freaking laser, and they just disappear. And then he goes back into his portal and doesn't answer any questions.
None.
No keys. We're going to have to go back in and fight him. That's just how it is. Eventually, you will get one.
All right.
It's not like it's just a
Hi
RNG.
guys. I'm gonna have to fight you guys, even though I know you're gonna start bending me over. It's
You keep
really
firing
annoying.
the phaser and he's not moving, so it's just hitting every
and he's
wall
just-
around him, and he's like standing there, just stone faced, like,
What are
okay.
you doing? Seriously, this is irritating now.
oh, actually, no. Talk to him.
Oh,
Oh, that's because he's invincible. That guy is not.
oh, okay.
Yes, that's why the other one will destroy you if you do not get away from him after a while. Yeah, he took 200 health away with one swing. Don't fight him. You can't win. He's invincible. All right, check your inventory. You may have gotten the key.
Oh,
Well, we have skull keys, yes, but not the keys we're looking for. We need actual keys.
can we go up to the guys in the north again? They seemed a little less
Yeah.
turbo killy.
Yeah, why not?
It was like really hard. Like,
Yeah, that guy took
feel-
away 1,000 of your health just because he's invincible.
yeah, the other two guys did. Like, I feel as though I just got run over by something.
There's an
that
orc
was
in here.
very-
He's just hanging out. There they are. Oh, you aren't going to fight.
Wait, what the fuck? Well, I didn't know that was gonna. I'm a dumbass. Okay.
No. I think you just like you were in the middle of a thought process and then just kept moving. I know the feeling.
Yes.
Mangle
I may have
Ladder.
s-
Hey, how you doing, Mangle Ladder? How's it going?
Should I try to
For
kill
the courtesy.
orc? Oh, well, what does he even say if I talk to him?
That's just an orc. Not the
What
type
is
you'd
he
want to
here?
fight. I don't know. Probably representing the orc faction, I guess. Pay your taxes. And you say no to that.
I say no. What do you say to that, huh? Hey.
I like how they won't walk around him, so you could just literally just do this. One at a
See?
time.
I am smart. I am many smart. Have you not seen the mighty mind of Macho Bobbins?
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. You are tearing this guy up. He is not going to last. Come on. How much? There we go.
Oh, yeah. Macho Bobbins is gone.
All right, time for the key check. Did we get the key? Ugh. I feel like we could have gotten a key then, but we didn't.
We didn't somehow.
Oh well, I guess more guards must die to our cause. There's not much of a choice in the matter. You have to do this.
Macho Bobbins don't want to macho do this, but Macho Man must. Macho must.
Macho
Bobbins. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, see, we have to kill them. I'm guessing you're not the keymaster then? No, we're not today. I genuinely wonder how people managed to get through games as cryptic and as weird as early Ultima games, but I guess times were different and people were much more willing to put some elbow grease. Maybe. I would assume that might be the case, but also they, I'm sure there were ways to find out. You probably could.
I mean, Sorry, I was going to say, I guess you can follow the logic if you sort of work out, hey, I want to bust that guy out of jail. Well, how do you got to bust a guy out of jail? You either break the wall or you sort of unlock the door. Well, you need keys. Who has keys? Guards.
Yeah. And
I mean,
the guards.
I can see how you might get there.
Yeah, and guards are pretty random. From what I understand, the ones that say like funny no response are invincible and are meant to keep the peace, I guess. Kind of like it's funny because this game came out in like 1981, 1982, somewhere in there. And at the time, they just like, they didn't know what an MMO was going to be like. But that's like the same thing guards do in MMOs now, except they don't carry keys. They're like level skull, and they teleport behind you and hit you whenever you do something wrong in town.
Right. Well, there was in Ultima Online a difference in trying to set the guard to, in some case, just either be very skilled fighters to really powerful, like overpowerful, to straight up insta-death when they go in a fight. And that was done for a number of reasons. And exactly that point, it depends on what kind, like, do you want to have a game whereby you can, what's going on?
No, I just said keep talking.
How can like where you theoretically can do a crime and maybe get away with it, even though the guards are gonna kick your ass if they catch up?
No key.
Or do you want a game where your MMO experience is you commit a crime and the second someone yells to the guards, they just teleport on top of you and turn you into like inside out Swedish shish kebab on a stick?
Yeah. I kind of like the idea that there's like towns where it's like just mages, and they're like the guards, instead of being like these big burly guys that like have big armor and everything, they just have like these menacing looking wizards standing around, and they like knock it off, and they like turn you into a frog or something for like an hour.
Yeah.
And then you like turn back, and it's like, you've learned your lesson, have you? Next time it'll be a sheep.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll wear your wool. That'd be embarrassing.
Oh shit. That would be very embarrassing.
You walk into town like, that's a nice jacket, guard. Where'd you get it? Oh, just some nice sheep who has very nice wool.
It quietly screams.
Yeah, you're just sitting here like, man, I should have never fucking... I don't see any keys here, man.
More gold, Your Majesty.
We've gotten so many wands. We've gotten 14 wands. We can open our own wand store.
I keep thinking there's a way for me to scroll.
Nice.
I keep thinking there's a way to scroll through the items, but there isn't. This is all there is.
That's all there is. We don't have it yet.
We're running out of hit points, though, is my problem.
All right, well, let's return to the time where we can actually get health and not die. But, yeah, let's do that. The next portal is you are... there is one there. Let's see, where does it go? Pangea. We can go to 2112 AD, which would mean that's aftermath, and then yeah, just take that gate that's right to the north. So go back to the swamp. Sorry, go back south.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go north.
I just gotta kick this guy's ass. Hold on.
Yes, of course. Excellent.
Oh
now,
yeah. All right.
You just phaser him out.
Yeah.
Wait, until Ultima 4, the world was like 10 times bigger and the dungeons are more complex.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, this is the later problem, not now problem.
Yeah, but the other thing is that I feel like we'd probably have a much easier time navigating it because there's probably more to contextualize what we're doing because the limitations of the hardware technology, it had improved at that point, and they were able to add more information in, more things you can click on, so you can fill in context where you didn't have it before. So you want to go north all the way to the top here, and there'll be a portal right about up to the edge of this water, maybe a little bit to the left. Yeah, right about there. You got it.
Oh shit.
There you go. Now we're in 2112 AD.
Modern macho bobbins. All macho again.
Where is that thing?
What is it I need to do?
Okay, so you're going to just take a teleporter from here to... Oh, the Central Asian time gate? How do you get over there? Oh, you can't. You can't get over there from here. Okay, so how do we get out of here? I'm sorry, I totally messed up on that and took us to the wrong portal. One moment.
Oh, that's fine.
Let us see here. Okay, there is a portal about to appear here, so do not worry. This will actually take you to 1990, but that's okay. Or you could take the South American one to Legends, which might actually take us right to English. But, we could just go this way. So we're in 1990. We do know for a fact that New San Antonio is to the north of here. Mango Ladders asked, what is the plot? So in the last game, we defeated the evil Mondane, who was basically destroying all of time and was just a nuisance all around. We went to space. We became a space ace. We did battle with many space spaceships, and we cleared many dungeons with the might of our axe and phaser and our power armor. I believe we had a reflection suit for that one. And now we are here The ship wishes to do battle with you here in this time period? Kill them. Board the ship. Yes. Yes.
Oh, this is mine now.
You have a frigate. Good sir.
I say again, go away. Okay, well, I mean, 1990 just became a lot cooler.
1990, a 1990s frigate. I don't think we've ever actually explored 1990s areas because it's been locked out because we don't have any other way. Oh, no.
Yeah.
What has happened to all of Europe? Oh, you could go to Britain. We can go to 1990s Britain. I wonder if Lord British is still alive.
Oh, good point. Oh, wait,
Wow,
I just gotta...
that tower
I gotta
wasn't there.
cannoneer this.
Oh, wow. There's a tower in Egypt, looks like. Or maybe I'm a little off in my geography. Yeah, you want to go up? Because that leads up to the... Oh, are you going to take the boat there? That's right. You can't get there by land. No, you want to go around south and to the west. Around Africa. Oh, Nessie wishes
Out of
to
my
go back.
way, Nessie.
It's 1990s. You just stole a frigate. You've got your nuclear reactor powered up. Your shell's ready. Oh, look at Australia just covered in demons and all kinds of stuff. Australia just really got... they got a mountainside near Sydney in the Gold Coast, it looks like. I don't know how that happens. All right. Grats to you guys, I guess.
Well done.
They had the mountain flown in.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes. My favorite island. There we go. That's New San Antonio. We don't have to stop there. However, we can go to Britain. That is an option.
There is a British castle here, or Lord British Castle.
Well, let's go here and get our health and stuff.
Indeed. Enter.
This is Lord British's castle in 1990. We've never actually been here. We've been trying to get here.
It's exactly the same.
It's not the exact same. You don't know that.
It sort of kind of looks like it, though.
Okay, yeah, it looks exactly the same.
Good day, Lord British. Can I treat with you?
I just did a side-by-side comparison. Yeah, they're both the exact same. For your 50 gold tribute, I should give you a bunch of fucking health. Look how much health you've got. You're almost back to 4,000.
Let's just keep going for a bit here, because we're going to need money.
You're going to need food. You do need food.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I believe we can go to the fish and chips place. We can just go to the town there.
All right.
I think that's a port. Yeah, it's got food there, I believe. I think there's a McDonald's there. Yes, yeah, Port Boniface. Yeah, this same place. It hasn't changed since 1432.
Same road,
Crossroad
same chapel, same guards.
It's a crossroad chapel. So the food you want is... So the McDonald's is up to the right. Yes, we're going to McDonald's. Don't judge us.
Don't macho judge us.
Yeah, right there. You pass it. It's the one with the sign right there that says billions and billions served.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Done alls.
But yeah, now his wife, and to cut back to the story, we destroyed Mondane in the last game. Now, with that, we now must deal with his wife, who is very upset at this fact, the Enchantress, Minax. She is very upset at this and decided to create a bit of a havoc over time. So now timelines are messed up, but Macho Bobbins didn't quite kill Mondane yet, so we're like a version of Macho Bobbins that didn't fight Mondane, but we will.
Right.
If you're wondering why this sounds a lot like Dragon Quest was heavily inspired by Ultima, like the whole series. In case you guys are wondering, and anybody who might have played Dragon Quest, a very similar story for Macho Punch, Macho Kick, but Macho Kiss, Macho Wife, Macho Havoc.
Oh yeah, hi Macho Diggs.
Inspired.
Fire the cannon.
Oh, Nito, you're playing Dragon Quest now? Nice. Yeah, the JRPG genre is heavily inspired by Ultima. This is actually like this series was so huge in Japan. We have Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy and all these other games. Lord British had created himself an entire genre, probably unbeknownst at the time. But now he goes to space and stuff. He's a very.
He goes. I mean,
he's like that guy in like those 1920s like serial books about like Lord British goes to space.
Yes.
He's just standing on Mars, like doing that thing, like one of those like silent movies where he doesn't say anything and he's just looking around. It's going really fast.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like at a really bulbous helmet.
It's just like Lord British looking around the Martian landscape, and he's just doing it really quickly, and then shrugs, and then he goes, "All right, off to the next planet, Neptune."
He has this really awkward and sped up walk.
He goes to Neptune, but it's obviously like some set, and there's just like sea people that he shakes hands with, and he's like, "Very good.
Yeah.
He has met the people of Neptune and is now heading toward Pluto." The Plutonians are not a very aggressive bunch, so there's no need to bring your firearm. Yeah.
They do, however, react allergically and violently to dried milk.
And they do. I actually have a background of Pluto saved as it's like one of my favorite pictures that was high-res taken when it flew by. Yeah, we're just in 1990 just blowing stuff up, man.
Yeah, just cruising around in a frigate here. No worries. No worries, mate.
That's right. 30 years ago, we were just driving around in this.
Yeah.
Well, 33 years ago now.
Stop saying that. I'm not old. Sniff.
That's okay. We haven't quite hit the invalid age yet. We're getting there, though.
We are getting there.
Yeah, we're getting. It'll be a long while, hopefully, but
I shall be an invalid very soon.
You're gonna look like King Theoden when he had like what's his name, the wizard in his head.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. People are gonna show up like, "Do you remember playing Ultima?" And you go, yeah.
You have no power in Ultima.
Yeah, it's like, of course you're gonna notice the passage of time and things are gonna
More gold, Your Majesty.
get a little somber about it, but you also get the knowledge that you're the only person who probably knows a lot about the stuff that you do from your period. Oh, you fell asleep! Don't fall asleep. The Balron will destroy you.
Whoa!
The Balron is just fire your. You destroy the Balron with your ship. That's like a.
I fell asleep.
We just watched something happen in a few seconds that could be written into like the Odyssey, where it's like, upon the shores, a great and powerful fucking Balrog. It's a Balron. A Balron stands upon the shores and casts a spell upon your crew, making them fall asleep. But
then Balrog begins to devour the ship, and it runs amok upon its deck and tears it apart. And,
but the only man who didn't fall asleep was Macho Bobbins, because that sounds more like something that would. As he directs the cannons and turns the ship. It's like playing Solo Sea of Thieves.
Of the crop. Oh yeah.
It's like Solo Sea of Thieves with a galleon. He's just like turning it.
Yeah.
Get the sails. Man. Everyone's just napping on the deck. Oh yeah, I also found I gotta try this thing out. I found a game that's it's Sea of Thieves without the thieves. So it's just a co-op experience without random players.
Is the sailboat thing?
No, this is actually like it's like they tried to clone as much of Sea of Thieves as possible without like copying its art style. So it's like similar, but I haven't tried it yet. But yeah, it's Sea of Thieves without the thieves. So you don't have random people coming up and just blowing you up because I don't know. They started blasting some music on their like loudspeaker and they show up and just start shooting. It's really funny for like the first 2 times it happens. But after that, I'm kind of like, all right, Disco Inferno it is, as they like march up and start shooting at me, and I have to Show them how it's done with my little 2-man boat.
That's awesome, though.
It's usually
Oh,
because
man.
once you kill one guy, the whole crew falls apart. There's always
But
one
they
guy
do-
who does everything, and you just kill that guy.
Yeah, exactly. The guy who's always running around, you can see him that he's making sure everything's in order. You just take that guy out.
Yeah. Because that's the person that's going to get the most frustrated from dying. Is the person who's
Yep.
doing everything on the
Bring
ship.
the morale down.
See, I know how to do ship naval combat.
No,
I
you're
attack the
on to-
morale
I mean,
of the crew, not the ship. Ha ha ha. That's how you get a free ship.
Yeah. You say there you don't like PvP, but my dearest
I
crow,
used to play.
you,
I used to play quite a bit. Yes.
yes, you know a fit thing or two.
Some things. I played enemy territory, Wolfenstein, quite a bit. It's actually they
very
brought the
good.
servers back. Believe it or not, id Software brought
Did
the
they?
servers back. Yes. Strange. I don't know why. They were running just fine on the community stuff for like years, and then they just somewhere along the line brought them back, so you can download it and play it if you're nostalgic and want to be beaten by people who haven't stopped playing it for like 20 years. Yeah, because those people are incredibly, insanely good at the game. They can snipe you with a SMG.
They are. I used to play Quake 1 quite religiously, almost, I would say.
Yeah.
But the things that I see people, even the ones who still do it nowadays, the things they do.
No,
Yeah.
man. Like, I think it was like on the submachine guns, the first bullet is always like laser accurate. So if you put your cursor directly on someone's head and you're good enough with this, you can snipe with an SMG. I've only done it a
Good.
couple of times, but I am not that good. I only did it because the guy was standing still and I was trying, you know? Like,
Yeah.
and I think you have to be prone as well. Like, you have to have everything necessary to...
People have this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll have it down. They'll have it down to like a move.
It's been a long time.
But I know what you mean in terms of the sailing experience. Personally, I would like to somehow. I don't have a game idea for it yet, but somehow, if you were to take the general notion of what, say, Star Citizen is and combine it with the idea of sailing during the Napoleonic times in large frigates or in deep schooners or even
Yeah.
ships of the line, and having to do, in order to do it, you actually have to do it cooperatively with your friends. So you'd have to actually have people in the mast. You'd have people doing the work on the deck and manning
Yeah.
the cannons and stuff like that. And you'd have to do it all if you want to man a really big ship. And that could be cool because then the motivation to go to a really big ship is to get enough people together to do it and then sail the seas and go on adventures and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And, that would be cool, I think.
I just wanted to get away from the... I wanted to get away from the random PvP. I like PvP when it's like...
Sure.
Because I'm like, if I wanted random PvP, I would just go be a real pirate. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not interested. I know that seems like quite a leap, but it's how I feel.
No, I get it.
I'm like, I don't wish to be aggravated by people with... I'm just going to... I don't want to be aggravated by a bunch of kids, man. I've been around enough kids in my life. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I am. I have been.
I totally get it.
It's not that I'm like gonna be. I'm not like kind of person who's rude around kids or anything. Actually, I'm quite the opposite. But I'm just good, man. I don't want to play online. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I understand what you mean. There's like a certain amount of expenditure of energy you have to do when it comes to dealing
Like
with
I have to get up and go to
certain
work
types.
or whatever, and these guys just
Yeah.
they get up and go to school, and then they just don't do schoolwork and talk about how awesome they are at the game, and
Yeah.
and then
I
they
get
play
it.
the game when they get home all day. Yes. And then they do their homework at the last second. Yes. I'm very well aware of how these kids think.
Have you tried this before by any chance?
No, I happen to actually work with kids, and this is someone would come in
No,
tired
I-
after like Fortnite dropped a new patch. Those kids would come in tired the next day because they were up all night playing it. I worked with a lot of seniors mainly.
That's kind of what I meant. I didn't mean if you had
Yeah.
done it yourself.
No, we were all gamers. Like we all knew. They knew I played video games, but I just didn't talk about it.
Right.
I have to maintain some level of professional separation.
Yep. No, that's very true. It's always very important when you work almost in any environment to know
Yeah.
to comport yourself professionally, even if it can be difficult, because it's your reputation in some cases, and also how you feel about yourself.
Yeah, and usernames don't matter says, I disagree. All the crews I've been a part of, everyone knows what to do. If one of us dies, then the other three just fight harder. And I actually have never really ran into any of those crews randomly. I've only ran into
Canium is kind of like that.
because I think most of the time, if they're actually just like hardcore, let's just go out and get them guys. I've never ran into them, but I've heard about it. I've always run into kids who are like playing some random song I've never heard before because I'm older now, and I'm not hip or with the music. I have no idea. I never actually, even when I was younger, I still did. I was never that good with what was top or good at the time.
With being it.
Yeah, I'm
it.
weird. I have mainly music from movies, games, TV shows, and I typically just didn't get into like what was popular in the 90s. I just didn't hit me. And then the 2000s where I was like a teenager, I'm like, I don't know. Early 2000s.
I'm a fellow weirdo, don't worry.
Yeah. It's a different era.
I grew up, but because of where I grew up, which is basically the equivalent of Danish redneck parts of Denmark. So
yeah.
I'm originally a redneck. So it was a mixture of death metal and, I shit you not, Elvis.
I'm not surprised. My aunt also played a lot of Elvis growing up. She's a huge fan.
My dad loved Elvis.
Still is a huge fan.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was a great music.
I had mostly... actually, to be honest with you, I didn't have any music that I just got. I think that's probably why I didn't get into it. I didn't have any like CDs or anything until I was like a teenager. You know what I mean? Like a 15, 16-year-old. That was the only time where I actually got some music CDs, but it was never like a particular band or anything. It was like always video game extras and stuff. I did get a few songs. I do have my cousin Mike who gave me so many sweet metal albums. That's why in like 2001 was like my metal awakening. I did not know metal. Like in the 90s, I knew it existed, but I wasn't aware of how awesome it was. And so he was like, here, have this tape. It was by a little band called Manowar, and it was their album Warrior. It was their first album on tape. It was my favorite. I don't want. It's not Warriors of the World. It's
no, it's not
King. Something Kings. It was the first one. I forget the name.
Yeah.
Something King. I think it's the last. It's the last track of the album. Blood of the King or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the song "Blood of the King" is fucking sick. That was my. Oh crap! This is awesome. And then when I finally got my family actually had this old Aerostar. It was all rusted and just like wasn't really running right, and it was just a beat. Like this thing looked like it was like either like a drug dealer's van. It was just look horrible because they ran it into the ground, and they got a lot of good use. It still ran for a long time, and they're like, "Hey, Mikey, you can have this car if you want it, but you have to walk all the way across Cleveland and get it." Because they didn't say it like that, but they were like, "It's over here in this side of town," but didn't offer me a way to get there. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what happened. So I didn't have like a bus, and Uber wasn't real, so I had to do some. The buses in that part of town were really, they still are a nightmare. So I had to walk all the way there. It was like a 30-mile walk for little me. I could probably do that now, but back then that was like, oh my god. And then brought the car in, and then that was the first tape I jammed into that cassette, and it was so awesome peeling out of that driveway with Wheels of Fire, which was the first track on the tape. So cool.
Oh, I love that.
As soon as I heard the tires squealing, that's when I went. It was like the go button. It was awesome.
Yeah, of course it was. Fuck yeah. I love that story.
I wish I could talk about this stuff and play the music, but I can't because obviously Manowar's publisher would not appreciate it.
They wouldn't. Even though I think, honestly, I think it's not bragging saying that the band of Canium, the Roaring Buttholes, have reproduced quite a good rendition of Manowar tunes.
Indeed.
So I think they should like that.
No, they truly nailed that. Like, it's. I'm talking about Manowar. They nailed that. Like, at the time, like that, like Warriors chant, and then Roaring Buttholes just take it to, another level, man.
Yeah,
You guys make it
it's
sound
so
like it's a
great.
real battle cry.
Yeah, exactly. It's so great. Everybody was really excited, and everybody got really riled up. It was a great experience. Yeah, but it's so cool that you had that Manowar first experience and got into metal that way.
Yeah.
I can't remember which was my first real metal experience. I know I got onto Def Leppard very early on.
Interesting.
That probably had something to do with it.
It's funny is like a lot of these older bands I never really got into until I was much older and, trying to discover things. Like when I was in college and teenager, I got super into pretty much everything I just didn't have access to because I just didn't have the money. So I was like super into Star Trek. I got super into metal and making videos with my friends.
I was in a metal band, so
right. Yes, you were.
it was.
You have a nice
experience.
eclectic set of guitars and bass stuff.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Especially my my '80s metal guitar, the Blue Warlock.
Where can I find
It's
this
very
cover?
80s.
You just look up Canium on YouTube, I believe.
Yeah, Canium. Just look up Canium Yule concert. As in Yule.
Yeah, like
And it's
Yuletide.
like
but
2022. Yeah. It's like 2022. There's like the whole. It's where I and my community celebrate Yule, and we have our own band called the Roaring Buttholes. And with this, we kind of do a little performance for our online community to sort of celebrate that, it's for many of us Yule or Christmas.
Yeah.
And that we are here together, that sort of thing. Just for funsies.
It's a wonderful tradition. In a time where we're constantly looking for new traditions to have, I think that's a great one.
I think it is. And I also, by the way, in that stream or in that performance, included the Knife Fight City t-shirt, which has center stage on the chair I sit on. I put the Knife Fight City t-shirt
I'm
over
actually
this
wearing
chair.
it right now.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Knife Fight City, man. Right?
Knife Fight City.
It's also because Eldonius gets a good shirt company when he makes his prints on his shirts. If you want to get Eldonius's stuff, if you pay him enough money, he will put whatever image he's made, I'm sure, on a shirt for you, and the shirts are great.
And it's well deserved. He's
I don't
want
to speak for him though, because I don't know what his schedule is or what his actual pricing's like. But I'm sure if you ask him and present enough fundage, he'll put whatever image he's made on there, assuming it's not I mean he's an artist. He's open for commissions. He'll tell you when he is and when he isn't. At least I hope so.
Yeah, definitely. But I completely agree with everything Crow just said. Eldonius is really good at what he does.
Hamfisted says, my first metal experience is when my friend was playing Panzerkampf by Sabaton over Play X in Gary's mod.
Well, that's the way to experience it, I guess.
No kidding.
I know I have also a really good experience the first time I got a hold of Carmageddon, and it was Fear Factory.
I know.
The instrumental version, so it's just there's no lyrics. It's just the music.
My favorite.
And it's so perfect. Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No. I keep doing the same. We have a lag in our connection, but
Yeah.
I was gonna say I love it when albums have an instrumental and the normal song. I love it when they have both. Most bands won't do that because you can sell the instrumentals to like editors and studios and stuff. I'm guessing that's what the publisher does, but because I don't think the band has a lot of say in a lot of that. I think that's all just like publishing at that point.
Yeah, it probably is.
But I love
probably
that
is.
because as somebody who likes to like learn how to play music with stuff, having the instrumentals is so much nicer because like we love the song, but we also want to know how to play it. You know what I mean? And sometimes the
totally.
vocals are over mixed over the instruments as they should be.
Yeah. And that's in complete respect to the lead singer, or
of course.
I guess now ex-lead singer of Fear Factory. What's his name? Cliff? No, something. Is it actually Burton? I can't remember.
I have no
It doesn't
idea.
matter.
I didn't know
But
the
yeah.
names. Yeah, I'm terrible with names.
I know that the guitarist is named Dino, and they used to be. I mean, there's been a lot of drama. I'm not even gonna try to figure it out. But yeah, Fear Factory was a huge thing for me. I was really into that was one of the thing that got me into really actually was playing, trying to play metal when I learning to play the guitar was Fear Factory because I was like totally into that way they played.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not what I played in the metal band I was in, but that was where I
Yeah,
started.
and then my friend Mal sent me all these albums from Blind Guardian back in like 2001, and it was like it blew
they're
my
good.
mind. I know Hansi Kirsch is like such an insane range. The only reason I remember
fucking
his name
amazing.
is because I remember he was
Yeah.
he at some point like he ended up like in an MMO as like a random bard character, and he would just sing in town, and I immediately went, no way, that's fucking Hansi Kirsch. Like immediately in my head that like that's what clicked. But it's weird. I can remember names like that, but then it'll be people like I'll see every day at work, and I'm like, fuck, I am so terrible at this, especially if the first thing that comes to mind, the name I always forget, is like Tiffany. I don't know too many people in my life like that, but I worked with a Tiffany, and I felt bad every time I got her name wrong. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the absent-minded professor sometimes. I always feel really guilty.
This happens to me too. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, first line you caught was Blind Guardian. Hey, Henry, how's it going? HA says, oh, yeah, I saw Blind Guardian live last year on Summer Breeze in Germany. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's right. HA's in Germany.
For me, it was. There's a lot of bands that I know that's from international scenes. Like, for instance, here's a fun fact. This is completely tell you how much of an edgy kid I was. I was obviously after my legal age. I was actually the co-administrator for the Danish official Marilyn Manson fan club at one point in my life.
Oh wow!
No kidding. Yeah. No, I met him backstage and everything. So
that's fucking cool, dude. I know that
this was many years ago.
That's just so fucking cool. Yeah, my friend Mal is like such a cool dude when it comes to metal. He always knows like the right kind of music for it, but it's also because I think he got way more immersed in it than I ever did at an earlier age. I just found out about it like around the time we met it online. I met him in Unreal, funny enough, and we'd been friends since then, 2001. Yeah, and this was like 4 years after Unreal was released. 5 years or so. We were still like everyone's like nobody plays on these servers anymore because back then people were like they were treating the games like that like it was old news and nobody plays them anymore. And I was like, are you kidding me? This is amazing. It's kind of like well, it was also like the time of Battlefield and Enemy Territory, of course, and all those like massive online shooter tactical games that were coming out were really popular around then. So people were just like, nobody wants to play. Thing. Yeah, who wants to play your granddad's shooter? I was like, I do. I like Wolfenstein and Doom just fine.
Yeah, well, I still was really into the Quake and everything.
Yeah.
I was this is again.
I mean, I like military shooters too, but I mean, I like those games. I was like, you don't have to take them away. Keep making them.
Right. Well, exactly. And also, by the way, just to get back to like knowing how kids used to behave, like I used to get genuinely a little bit upset when people would ask me if I wanted to play Quake with them, and they meant Quake 2, and I obviously meant Quake 1 because that's the one was named Quake, and I was upset about this detail that people couldn't get it right.
Right.
So.
And it actually is a distinctive one to get right because games were not easy to come by back then.
Right.
How easy was it to get a game in your part of the country back then, let alone computer parts?
Oh, back when I could get Quake, this was back when in my little town in backwater Denmark where I was, there was this small shops where they would have a few select games that maybe you could buy if they like were lucky to have some this week. So it was actually quite difficult. Like you didn't have much of a range of games you could get for PCs or anything. It wasn't much of a thing, but there were these small nerd shops where they would get a batch of certain games.
Yeah.
And they would have these self-made magazines that talked about what was going on in that scene, and so you had to know where to go.
Yeah.
Basically. And that's how I got into we used to have this thing that was called, no joke, it became a larger thing across the country. It was called, in Danish, computer tips og tricks.
Oh wow.
It's computer tips and tricks. It was very old magazine. I used to have all of them from version 1 or 0 to the last one. I was trying to collect them and sort of like hoping I could, I don't know, make them a collector thing.
They make them a little tougher in 1990. I've noticed some of them take a couple more shots to kill.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
it's funny because yeah, I remember. Yeah, we all remember the original PlanetSide. I'd like to think anyway.
Oh,
The original
if
PlanetSide.
the original. I by the way, this is just my claim. Anyone who ever played the original PlanetSide cannot play PlanetSide 2 and think they haven't lost the point.
What do you mean?
That's my claim. Because think about how certifications in PlanetSide 1 used to be.
I
used
didn't.
to be
I
this
only
thing
played.
where-
I only played a few games of it. I didn't get super into
Okay.
it. I got super into PlanetSide 2 for a short bit, and then same deal. Because there was like a certain point with those games where I go, all right, I'm good. I'm like I'm good. I don't need to play this anymore. And that's kind of what happened with the first one. It happened a lot sooner because I was kind of burned out on all the shooter stuff, and I was like, I want to try something different, you know. Of course, I
Yeah,
download
no, I get
shooters
you.
because my brain is immediately like, oh wow, the cool thing.
Yeah. No, I get you. But no, the claim comes from basically that the way the certification system worked in PlanetSide 1, it's very easy to explain. Basically, there was a max amount of certifications if you were max level that you could have.
Okay.
And what that did in play terms is that because there were more certifications than there were slots or, as it were, space for you to choose them, you had to specialize or choose which things you were able to do and which things you were not able to do. It sort of forced you to, it created kind of like a dynamic where you can't just like be good at everything and switch from the best stealth guy to the best heavy whatever the guy from one moment to the next. You had to kind of choose what your specialization was. And you could change every 24 hours.
Okay, so you were it like made you kind of learn the role instead of hopping back and forth in between a role. I actually like that kind of gameplay better. I forgot that that's what it did.
Exactly.
PlanetSide 2, like you're like, oh man, I'm dying. I guess I'll be a medic, and you're like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We need other people though. Like, nah. You want a health pack, buddy? I'm gonna sit it right here.
Well, exactly.
Everyone's gonna get a health pack.
Everyone is just the same now, and now every certification is just everyone has a ton of them. And by the way, the answer to the question of when Rimward Herald says what faction had I started out in PlanetSide 1 as being New Conglomerate. That's what I played primarily.
Hell yeah, NC.
Yeah, I loved the giant shotgun that they had, and also the whole idea of them being close quarter combat and stuff like that. And they could clean a hallway like nobody else.
It was like the precursor to Space Marines.
Yeah. Well, it really was very cool. The jackhammer.
Yeah. That's what it felt like.
It kind of did. I mean, they had like the more bulkier.
Yeah, I was at the time. I thought it was like more like Unreal. I was like, oh, these guys are like, oh, I'm the big gun guy. I was like, I want to be those guys. So that was my faction when I played. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't give PlanetSide 1 that much time to get super deep.
Yeah, it's fine.
So you got to choose your class, and then for 24 hours you were just that class, and then you got certifications, which did what?
Well, no, there wasn't as such any classes. What a certification was that you were, for example, certified to use, let's say, light armor, or even medium armor, or heavy armor, or you're certified to use heavy weapons, or assault weapons, or anti-vehicular weapons. These you were certified in, so you could use these things and draw them from the weapons repository. And so you would choose, like, say I think there was a cap of like 30 certifications, and there were requirements in between. So in order to use, for instance, anti-vehicular certifications, and so you could use things like bazookas and whatnot, you would have to also choose like certifications in heavy weapons, and you would also have to use like medium armor. Like there were requirements in order to use these things. And so in order to use the biggest, baddest stuff, or the most stealthiest of stealth, the most assassinated of assassin, you have to like fill out the requirements, or that these skills they had dependencies on other skills. But that also meant that there was no way, once you had chosen these certification to be a very stealthy guy, for you to also be a very well-armored heavy weapons guy, because you didn't have enough certification slots to accomplish that.
Right.
And in order to change from one certification to another, once you had chosen one, you would have to wait 24 hours in order to take that one out and then pull in another one.
Oh.
So that meant that once you had decided to be a stealth guy, effectively, in order to be a heavy weapons guy, you would have to rip out everything you had just certified yourself in, and in order to have enough certification slots and points to get to the other one. So you can only do this every 24 hours. So it forced people to choose what they were able to do and how specialized they were in something.
Yeah. It sounds like a way better system than PlanetSide 2 had. I was called PS2. That's what I was doing back in the day. Like, hey, guys, want to play some PS2? I'm just kidding, PlanetSide 2, because I thought I was funny. But I have here somebody, you guys, Digiman, since I missed Spoony. Actually, he had just did an interview with Paul over at Conversations with Curtis. Paul played Curtis in Phantasmagoria 2. He was the main character, and he played through the game. He's in all this. He's been interviewing a bunch of people, and he just interviewed Noah Antweiler just recently. So, Spoony One interview. I just dropped that in there if you guys are interested in watching that. For anyone who's been wanting to see the man himself for a while, watching him. Who I remember watching Spoonie's Let's Play of Phantasmagoria. The way he made fun of it was so funny. And seeing him come together with him years later is pretty interesting too. So there you go, something for you to listen to later. I put that in the chat there. If you're somebody watching this later, you can find it just by going Spoonie interview, and it's the first thing on YouTube. So yeah, it's pretty wild that all that stuff happened, and there he is. But I often, when I played PlanetSide 2, I often just kind of wanted to just do vehicle stuff. But the problem was that every time it seemed like every time I joined, there was never a vehicle fight. It was always like this big giant dome, and everyone, I'm like, all right. Like whatever's in the center of that one map, I always get stuck there. And then if it was a vehicle map, it would be like way too many. It'd be like the beaches of Normandy. You're like, I don't know.
You were talking about the big domes that they had lifted off the ground, where you had to you only use infantry to get up there.
Right, correct.
Yeah, those are in PlanetSide too. Yeah, no.
Like that's fun, but it wasn't like the mixed vehicle combat made it more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So every time, but it was just my luck. I always joined matches where that was happening because everybody just wanted to fight close quarters, I guess.
I guess. Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, since PlanetSide 2 is mentioned, can I just, since I think we do have bragging rights in Canium, we were in PlanetSide 2. Canium was actually officially, we were some of the people who did some of the things first. You know, like sometimes you do weird shit as to accomplish something first.
Yeah.
We actually have a claim to fame when it comes to this. In PlanetSide 2. Similar to what you just described, where there are platforms with their infantry on, there are these platforms that was out in open space where you could spawn there, and they were primarily meant for aircraft. You could fly there, or you could spawn there as infantry, and that was it. And it was meant for aircraft, so no vehicles. It was impossible to get there, even though it's out in the open air. But Canium used aircraft, a big Galaxy aircraft, to transport a tank on top of it, very slowly and carefully to this air-only base, and got a tank on top. We were the first to do this, and we recorded it. We were the first to get a tank onto an elevated platform where vehicles were not supposed to be.
Yeah.
So that I know that sounds silly, but we did a thing. We were the first to do it ever, because this was like just as it had gotten open up.
That's awesome, dude. You guys still play?
No. This was many years ago.
Okay.
Oh, and we did an event that we also documented and took screenshots of that we still have in our community. Yeah, where there was a base that was in this mountain area, like the way PlanetSide works, you can see like a hexagon map, and people like you can see the flow of battle about who owns what territory. And this one base, we decided for no reason at all to hold on to because we thought we could defend it. And you can see on the map, we have screenshots of this. You can see of the map where the three factions fighting have long since moved past where we are, and it still belongs to our faction. We're still fighting for it, even though we can no longer get like new resources and stuff like that. We're hanging on by the skin of our teeth and by pure bloody defiance and hilarity. And it's so fucking hilarious. So they can't take it from us. So this one base in the middle of enemy territory that won't surrender. And they named it Hatt's Landing, and I was very honored by that because I kept shouting and laughing and directing people what to do. So
That's amazing.
So great. It was such a great story. Hatt's Landing, that's what it was called. It was originally called something like Others Landing, but yeah, no.
Is that still called?
Another thing came in.
Is Hatt's Landing still there?
No, it was something we named it, but I still have a
okay.
screenshot of the event. No. It was called something Landing, and my I guess comrades in arms, my members, while we were during the battle, they renamed it to Hatt's Landing and said, that's what we're naming it now, Hatt's Landing, because I was the one who said this is what we're doing.
That's excellent, man.
Yeah,
that's a good group to be with when you're playing a game like that. We always had those kinds of weird, fun things when you have a bunch of like-minded individuals who play a game a lot,
Yeah. No, Canium is a wonderful bunch of people,
Yeah.
but, I've found the same to be true here with the BPL on Courtesy Flush, so.
Yeah, well, thanks, man.
It's like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
It's like I said when we played Carrier Command, we are brothers and sisters, just from different parts of the world.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to make that sound awkward.
No. I just realized that. Now I'm going through some sound effects really quick.
Oh,
and
awesome! Aha! Orc fire cannon. Oh yeah!
You're gonna have that orc fire a cannon?
I'm gonna fire the orc out of the cannon.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
no, I deploy a orc. No, they are quite pathetic, actually. No, I won't.
I think that there's a way for me. I don't know if it'll map out though.
Go for it.
I'm trying to figure out how I can map this out so you can hear it too, because you can't hear anything. Because if I do it now, it's just gonna cut it out. Here, let me try playing it out.
More gold, Your Majesty.
More gold? Thank whoever that was. Yeah.
Is it cutting out?
I love this.
Shitposting is a universal language, like maths.
Absolutely.
That was very wholesome, Mr. Hatt, says Manta. Yeah, it wasn't awkward at all. It's like one of those things where when somebody says something that's really meaningful, in movies they always have a moment that we're all kind of like trained to see, where we know like the moment has ended and everybody goes in, they'll either do like a joke or something. We all know the beats because they're so familiar and everyone does them. But in real life, wholesome moments don't work that way most of the time. They just kind of happen. And then you just hear, it's not awkward. It's just how it is. We unfortunately do not have the pleasure of living in a movie. For if we did, I believe it would be a lot easier to live life, at least a little bit, because at that point you could probably control a few things, and there would be a few more explosions, but in a manner that's way cooler.
Well said. Well said.
But yeah, this is how does this come in for you, Hatt?
Very loud and sudden. I actually jumped a bit with that one. I was like, whoa!
Here, let me turn that down for you. How does this? Good?
Still a bit loud.
How about that?
I mean, it's better.
I'm trying to turn it down to where.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect right there. Okay, because this knob is so tiny. Sorry, I'll let that. Is that good?
Oh, that's too far down. I can't hear it now.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Just tiny little knob.
There, that's perfect.
Okay.
Let it stay there.
So it's a twist knob. It's not a fader. So I have to twist it very carefully, and it's only got so much range on the knob, so I can only go so much. That was for Hatt, by the way. You guys and myself all have a fader on stream, so I can just, easily move the audio over there. But for Hatt,
help.
With Discord, I have to actually quite literally adjust it slightly because it might be too loud. I found that out when we were doing Magistrata Mundanus, and I was having a very good laugh, but I didn't put it into the video because it was so disruptive. But I had some sound effects I was playing through it, but I didn't know it at the time. The sound effects were actually coming through that loud, like so loud that it actually made everyone jump because they were like so sharp. And I laughed at that point in the editing thing. I was just sitting here like, because their reactions were genuine. It was like, then there was an explosion, and the explosion was so loud and it clipped, like it was like, like so huge. You could just hear everyone go, "Oh God!" And it sounded like a real one for a second. Like, holy shit!
That's great.
And then he goes like, why did you make the explosion so loud? And I was like, I didn't mean to, man. I'm so sorry. He's like, oh God. And he just took a few minutes for us to get back into, because it was that loud. It like shook everyone out of like whatever sleepy state we were in. We were done. We were like fully awake at that point.
Everyone who was a bit drowsy or slightly not there was definitely there now.
But I didn't want to put that into the thing because I also didn't want it to happen to people driving, in their car. And boom!
Oh yeah!
Shit.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
Yeah.
So there's on the news, people are crashing.
It made me jump listening to it again, so I know for a fact that is a jump scare, and I didn't want to put that in there.
Oh, sorry to go back into my past of Merromance, but you just reminded me. We made a website back then that we know the Merrison became aware of because we watched an interview where he explained that there was a site from that once he went on, he always got a massive shock because on the website it was to his album, it was just like a shock symbol, and when it had an animation that would do this large, and so we heard him actually fall for this. That we would go onto the fan website, it would be this loud noise, and we made Manson jump. It was so great.
No, you don't wish I left that in, man. Right? I don't think it wasn't like nobody else thought it was funny except for me at the thing, and I didn't want to like have you guys listen to their pain because they were quite literally like, all right, that was disorienting because it was quite loud. I didn't know it was going to be that way, though, because they were all, like, completely into Tex's story, and it was like, all right, because he knew I was going to play sound effects. He just didn't know they were going to be loud. He was like, what the fuck? Oh, my God. Because he requested that I'd play some gunshots and explosions, but at that point in the game, we hadn't had any, surprisingly. It was like 40 minutes in, and we didn't shoot anybody, so
it's Tex. He requires explosions and gunfire. I mean,
he got one. I gave it to him.
He did?
Gave it to him in the same fashion that he often wishes that he could give to other people, but that is not the way you should deliver an explosion, especially to a friend. Although that's a weird way to phrase that, isn't it? You should never deliver your if you deliver an explosion to your friend, he should know about it. That should definitely be part of the arrangement, I would assume.
Consensual explosion, if you don't mind.
Indeed.
I just imagine Tex being like sometimes slightly like out of explosions and gunfire and stuff like that. I need Mike, can you get me an explosion or something? Feels antsy because there's nobody's fired a gun for a while. It's like I just need a trigger or something. Anyone?
Uh-oh. Well, you're doing pretty good so far.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm actually quite enjoying this. I'm kind of doing it a bit on automation, if you will.
This is great because now we're going to go to space. We went back in time, we punched our caveman ancestors, and we didn't get a key. However, we could get a key here because this is the time period in which we need to get the key, use the key anyway, so we could always fight the guards here.
Why not? Yeah, why not try for the guards here? I don't see why.
Well, there's Port Boniface right there. You can always go there and see if
I can find someone to annoy.
yeah, see if these guards first will actually die before you make a swing in their direction. All right, that guy says
Pay your taxes and.
Okay, so
they're both good. Let's
All
see
right.
if we can find one that's more isolated. Oh no.
I
that's
think you
also
could take
two.
those two out and just leave. You know what I mean?
Ooh, yeah, no, you're right.
I think you could just take these two out. Yeah, let's go for it. We have to fight we have to fight the guards for the keys. They have keys to prison cells. Unfortunately, we have not been lucky as to get any yet. We have a ton of skull keys, but no skull doors. You know what I mean? They unfortunately didn't imprison him in the skull prison.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by Lord British. Space!
Unfortunately, it has been. Lord British has a few towns in space. We must go there. Check your inventory, see if you get the keys.
Okay, that's true.
Wands, helm.
See any.
I'm not seeing them either. I don't think we have them yet. We're almost there, though, I'm sure. You know what? I bet you it's at New San Antonio, the place where we actually have to do it. I bet you that they'll have one on there.
Do you think that's where it is?
Yeah, I think we'll have our chance there. It could just be like a very low chance, but I don't know, man. It's been such a low chance that we should have gotten one by now. We've killed so many guards.
Yeah, I also feel like this isn't what. I mean, if this is how to get a key, this is how to get a key. That's so it is.
Yes, this is how to get a key.
It seems like an odd thing to have to do in order to defeat the evil sorceress.
It's even in the storyline for the game.
Is it?
Yeah, that the guy had to go back and fight guards because it was unfortunate he had to murder a few in order to get the key. But it was from if we destroy Minax, then these guards' deaths won't have happened.
Oh,
you see?
I see.
Let's go to New San Antonio.
All right.
Yeah, where does this game not take us to? Ireland? Well, Ireland's right there. We could just cross over. But anyway, New San Antonio's Texas. So it's right across the pond, up through the Gulf of Mexico. There it is. New San Antonio.
Oh, you see, yeah, but there's that roid room there.
That is a lot of guards. However, they all have to follow single file.
I am not trying this. I am not trying this. This is gonna go so wrong.
We'll talk to him first. Oh, that's okay. One guy will have that. Let's go to a different guard. Is there another way out of this town? Let's double check that before we fight these guys. Oh my God!
I really don't want to. I tell you straight. I don't want to fight those guys, man. I really don't.
Oh, you have no choice. If you okay, if you fight anyone in this town, there is no escape from them. They will come for you for a very long time. You will have. There's no other exits. That is the only way in and out of town.
Oh shit!
Try opening that door. I think it's you. Let me double check the keys. Let me just open up the...
No, I got in.
Dude, yeah, you had the key the whole time. Oh, no. Just move out of his way. Maybe just back up. No. Oh, no. You do have key. So how many keys do we have?
I don't know.
Where does it say?
I don't know.
Key. Oh, my fucking God. Top right corner
What?
of the screen, my friend. Hold on. I got it. Okay, chat, you guys have to see this. I'm going to have to remove the barrier so you guys can see this, but I'll do it.
Sorry.
This was great. Just so you guys can see this. I want to point out, we were looking down here in items, but not at the top right corner where it says keys. We have 37 keys. We could have opened any door we wanted in any part of the world for any reason.
Sorry.
Not enough keys. We have all the keys.
We have so many. We have all the keys.
My God.
Oh.
That's like 5 dungeons. Yeah, you're learning. Yeah, we're learning.
You're learning, yes. Oh.
We're like, why don't we have any keys? Kills 50 guards. Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, look, Richard Garrett, if you've been watching this, I'm so sorry we're dumb.
That's okay. I'm sure he has not, and I hope that if you are, sir, we are not as dumb as we look. I promise. At least I hope I'm not. All right, let us continue then. I believe we have dallied long enough. We must enter this prison. Let me see if there's another way in. There is not. You are going to start a prison fight, and the reason why you're doing this is because one of these prisoners has the sword that we need.
This guy.
I think you can get around customs. I think you can lure them out. You think it's that guy, or are you sure it's not the guy who's just standing there who hasn't been chasing you? The guy who doesn't look like he wants to murder you, like the other two. You notice how everyone else keeps moving with your character token, but that guy, oh no! Like that guy literally just cast Paralyze through the wall.
All right.
But you
He's
must
mad.
kill that guard. This is going to be a prison break.
Should we go get some more HP?
Indeed.
I think we should get more HP.
Well, here's the problem. You need 500 gold.
All right, so we're going to get some more HP.
Indeed. The short muscle dude with hairy feet keeps showing up, grilling our guards, stealing their keys. I'm going to need some keys and leaves for a while while coming back to murder new guards. What the hell? Save before. Pistol, this is before. We could save the game if you hit Q. That doesn't really actually, like, it saves our progress up to this point. But if we get killed, we lose everything anyway. And if we quit the game, we don't get to reload the save that we just created. We just reload with none of our stuff. So, yeah, we have to be, this is why we're being very careful. There's no save scumming as far as we know. Unless we're just not doing it right. Maybe I should make a copy of the save file. Yeah, then we can save scum. There you go. If you wanted to do that.
Well, for the moment, I like that we've done things almost according to the book, as they say.
Oh yes, we've gotten some help though. We've definitely read the manual. The manual is quite a treat to read.
But we're supposed to.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I graze thee
thank you.
200 health points. Thank you, Lord British. Thank you for giving us more health. More and more health.
All right.
Excellent.
We're going to save 1,000 gold for
A rainy day fund, yes.
rainy day fund. This is our budget and cushion.
We must, yes, it's very cushy. We will have to now go fisticuffs with.
They are safety schmeckles.
Right. You're going to have to go fisticuffs with some very unsavory characters. However, I believe, let's see. Well, let's see. There's other things that we could do to get out of town maybe. Because once we kill everyone in the prison, or kill that guy to get into the prison, the whole town's going to come unglued. As far as like guards go, the other people won't care. And then they'll be coming for us. And we're just going to have to run around and get around them.
Just have to get around.
It's an epic battle, all right? We're going to have an epic battle. Let's go. We must now go into this town to buy a weapon. Now, here's the thing. If we get this weapon, we'll have the best weapon. And we can equip it right here. So they're going to have to fight you with a lightsaber in the middle of town. I believe you can also steal the horses, but I don't know if that's a good idea either.
Look, man.
Because the horses eat double your food if you ride them, so...
I think that's so hilarious.
You can enter Nessie's pit and just fight them. Nessie's pool.
So, please be clear with me in detail about what exactly I'm supposed to do once I get into this room and kill this guy.
All right, so once we're into this room, we're going to go up and go into the cell. I think it's the guy who hasn't been following you, like when you move around. We're going to go in there, we're going to transact with him, and he should sell you a sword.
Are you talking about the guy top or the middle?
Oh, the guy at the middle right there, the one that hasn't moved, because if you move your character, they're all like following you. You see what I mean? Yeah, we want to go for the guy who hasn't, who just seems like, man, I wish someone would get me out of this cell. That would be swell.
Okay, so once we've gotten to this guy, I give him... Well, how do I give? What's the button for giving? Or do I transact?
Actually, no, sir. I have the best idea. Here's what we do. I have the idea in my head. We break into prison, we buy the sword, and then we're going to run to the airport, which is on the other side of the screen, and then we're going to board the airplane and escape over the ocean. And they'll never be able to catch us. It'll be the greatest heist of this time.
Yes, I want this. Where is this airport?
Okay,
What?
wait, all the way to the left side. Left top corner of the screen.
All right. I'm going.
So let's go take a look at the airport. Okay, we got one guard. We could take him. I hope.
Run past him, maybe?
See these doors up here? I was looking at the map, and I noticed they go all the way to the airport, to where the airplane is. So you could sneak in. Fly off in your airplane. Oh, man, you know you want to do it, but don't go in there now. I guess you could go in there. Who's going to stop you? Right? Yeah, the guards haven't come unglued. That guy wants to kill you, but, you know, he doesn't matter. He's just the guy who wants to fight you. Open those other doors, too. Just have them open. Because if the guards chase you, they'll get stuck in those rooms. You know what I mean?
I get what you mean. We could even open this one just to make sure it's open.
Yeah, that way when you're ready to go. Yeah, we're setting up the path now, so we're going to have to get past this guard.
What's he selling?
Transact. No response. He's not selling anything. I think he just guards the airplane. We're going to steal this freaking airplane, man. You have everything you need to get it, too. You've had it for a while.
I don't even know how the airplane works. Do I get up? Do
Well,
I
you
press
need it
board
in order
board
to.
it?
Well, I figured it out. The skull keys apparently activate the airplane, but you also need a brass button, which I'm assuming is part of how the airplane starts.
I have those.
You have all kinds of skull keys and all kinds of brass buttons. We are ready to fly this airplane. we can fly 17 airplanes if we wanted to. Not at the same time.
I just need to know what buttons I have to push.
Ah, of course. When we get to that ridge, we'll cross it, I suppose, or fly over it in this case. Ha ha.
Yeah, very good. So I kick this guy's
Hey,
ass.
pasa. How's it going? It's a Juan de Animas. How's it going, man?
Juan y tamanis.
Yeah, so good.
¿Qué pasa? All right.
Fight. Let's go.
So 3, 2, go.
All right, and power armor phaser go. Oh crap, that other guard's coming. That's okay. We got this. Go inside the prison and go. Yeah, there you go. Don't let this. Okay, before you go. Yeah, it's transact with this guard. Can you? Oh, you can hit him, so that counts. Oh god. Yeah, you don't want to get trapped in here with this guy. All right. Santir the swashbuckler warns, beware, I have a quick blade. Give him gold. Enilno is yours. You have Enilno now. It's number 9. You now have the lightsaber.
Quick.
Lure them around the pond. That way you don't have to, unless you can, I don't know if you can you kill these guys? Wait, what's your agility
No, I can't.
at? Yeah, what's your agility at?
I don't know.
50. Yeah, you can wield this thing. Arms paralyzed. Just leave. You don't want to, because they're still gonna move throughout the whole map. Yeah, you see? Like, yeah, you want to get out of here. There you go. Making your way out of this place one kill at a time. Look, already one of their guards got stuck in the cage.
What do I do now?
Board the airplane. Can you get
Well,
out
how
of
do I take
town?
off? I don't know how to take off.
Just go over the wall.
How do I do that?
I don't actually know. Here, let me go find out before you die.
I think I'm gonna die, honestly.
Can you unboard the
can't-
aircraft? Yeah, just fight these guys off. He's running away. Wow. Keep going. Nice, you got him. Nice. Okay. You've made it in here. They can't get you in here because they're all going to get stuck in those side rooms. So you can't go over trees.
Okay, can you look up how to
Yeah,
take off an
I'm looking
aircraft?
through the manual right now.
All right, cool.
Let's see here. Planes. No jets in Ultima 2, but these single prop jobbies are just a ticket for hot footing it around the world in time, if you're prepared. Which we are. Let's see. Walls. Doesn't exactly say, huh? Let me go find out. Seems like a job for the internet. Because the manual just says you can board the plane. Wait, is there a button maybe to, like, fly up? Let me check the manual.
Well, this is what I was hoping for.
No, I don't believe so. Unlock. Ready? If you hit V, it brings up view. So you can see the whole town. Let's see here. Let's get on a horse, board a ship, and X to exit. There's descend. K for climb. Nope. You can hit J for jump. Jump. Yeah, you can just do that. L, launch. Once you get your power, yeah. Oh, you pick skin. You have to pick 6. There you go. You did it. You flew out of there. You just had to hit L. There you
That's the
are.
part I didn't know. Well, it was almost successful. Can we just cut the stream afterwards so it looks like we did a cool thing?
Yeah, no. We did it. We didn't just go through the manual. Yeah, L for launch. Thank you, Ogawa. Yeah, you keep selecting your armor. Yeah, you keep selecting. You keep trying to. I don't think you can go through trees.
Okay, so can I just?
I hit L.
Oh God!
You're
God.
flying now. You're flying. You could go
How do I
over
stop?
anything. You hit L once you're over a landmass. Land, not here. Thank goodness you know how to fly this plane. It does feel like you're flying a prop plane, that's for sure.
All right, I'm gonna step away from this thing for a moment.
We did it. You can fly now.
Indeed we did, but
You
that
also
was
have.
scary.
You also now have a lightsaber.
I do indeed. I have a mighty macho lightsaber. Oh yeah! A thief stole it. Come back here, you thieving
Thing.
thief!
Yeah, exactly.
Aha! Gotcha.
Excellent. Oh, but this creature, man. We now have the sword. Sir, I believe we are prepared to go to space. I won't say too much, but I believe we are.
My God, we need to reconstitute our gold and our hit points.
I believe with
cetera.
the plane, you can also use it to go back in time.
What?
Indeed. I believe we could take this plane back to Pangea itself. Or perhaps even 1432-23, whichever one you want to decide on.
Surely not, Crow. Are you sure?
Oh, I'm very sure. Even though we had a frigate back in 1423, we can now fly a plane to any location we want. Even the time of legends, I believe. Could you imagine coming
My
through
God.
like to the time of legends where she's got her big castle, we're flying a prop plane.
Yeah.
There's this castle with lightning and everything. And we're like trying
We
to
just
keep our
coming in a
hat
prop
on.
plane?
Yeah, we got our like goggles on, and we're like, I believe that's her castle over there. What?
Yes. Oh yeah.
I say, I believe that's her castle down there, and then crash into the wall. I believe the plane also did take food. Did it take food? I hope it didn't. You did.
No, it did take food.
You did land it
least
in
as far as I
Canada,
can-
so you can get in there. You did land it there, so you can actually get to it pretty easily if you need to. But that's pretty cool. Now you actually have an airplane that you can use. Let's see. You have...
The plane runs exclusively on cheeseburgers. You're damn right it does.
Yeah, it does. I think you're ready to become I think you're ready to become Space Ace again. Are you prepared to go to space, sir?
More hit points?
Sure. Sure.
We have 2,000 hit points.
Space is not that dangerous. Yeah, you're right. So we have power armor, we have a lightsaber. And I think we're going to be able to go to space now.
Yep.
So we just got to go buy health. How do we get to space? Do you know where we go to space? Because I don't know.
No.
You don't know?
Not really. No.
I'm surprised by this. Oh, I know where we
Why?
go. I know how to get to space. You see, there are some in the year of 2120 or 2117. Let me double check that.
I just look around
17.
nervously because I feel like I'm back in school where I'm supposed to know the answer. And
2112.
I just don't.
In the year 2112, in Russia, they still have missiles, and they will launch you to space. So we need to go to
Surely not.
2112 in our prop plane, and then hop onto a rocket ship that is probably from this era of 1990, if we're being honest. And you're gonna fly. Because in 1990 they're not too kind about rockets and stuff at the moment, but you're gonna fly to space. Truly,
Truly. Very truly.
step one, blue sign.
Is everyone mad at me now? No, you seem fine. I'm an innocent traveler. Please don't hurt me.
I'm just a normal traveler. Yeah, you're fine. Lord British is like, I see you've killed some guards. Good. Here's 300 health now.
Oh, yes.
Lord British
this
gives
is
more
so
health.
bad.
Oh, now he gets 200. It changes.
This is so much better now.
You
I
don't
feel much more.
Yeah, I
feel better.
I feel you. I feel you. We might need to also get food before we go to space, and I
That's
believe
true.
we're gonna need food before we go to space, and because I have a feeling that we're not gonna have any place to buy any while we're out there.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I would also like to spend a bit more time pulling in some gold. Just doing some canon negotiation. I should very much like to talk to the people on the shore with my mighty ship. I say, your church seems to be on fire. What? No, we didn't set it on fire. What do you mean you have evidence? Do you want help or not? We should very much like to rescue your gold.
Yeah, I like my little music box.
It's great.
It's like we're like an indie film in 1981.
Yeah.
There's a bass.
Oh, I love that. That's a good effect.
This?
Yeah. How dare you shoot upon my ship?
Can you actually hear the bass?
I can.
Surprising me. I didn't know you could.
I have good ears.
Now everyone can hear it.
I thought I was special.
Yeah. That's like a super heavy bass.
It is. Some of it sounds like it might be from Command and Conquer.
Yeah. This is like an old school, like 90s, 80s comp. Kind of like
Fuck
mix
yeah.
of sounds.
Whoa. Doom, 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 doom. I was just thinking Command and Conquer all of a sudden. Aha! Death to you, and also this
Uh-oh.
orc.
Oh, you found? Are we still in? We're still just hanging out in 1990 at this point.
Yeah. I don't mind this, do you?
Not at all. Welcome to our space odyssey. Normal, completely fine space odyssey. Do you like my planetarium music?
I love it. I'm trying, like, it's sort of like you sit there and I'm suddenly seeing Macho Babas in a new perspective as this really aggressive haired gremlin just balls to the walls, go through the friggin' to the sound of something that belongs to the Pale Blue Dot as a documentary. You hear faint echoes of, oh yeah, yeah.
Like that. Those like old school, like super heavy 80s synths.
Yeah, exactly. That's great.
I actually
This
have to
is
go up.
how Macho Bobbin shall be scored in his story. Macho Bobbin Saga. Oh yeah. I shall stand before Lord British. I have kicked Minax's ass. I demand compensation. Oh yeah.
And the exciting sequel to Deus Ex. No, I'm kidding. They're like, wait, what? Lord British presents Deus Ex 4. You're like, wait, what? The conspiracy gets deeper. Is it J.C. Denton now? Who's the guy? Who's the person now? I forget the guy's name. It's not J.C. Denton. It's R.C. Cola. What's his name? The guy who has the cool glasses that come on, like when he like blinks, and it's like, oh, it's too bright out, and they just like turn on. What's his name? Like Dennis or something. I forget his name. Like what is his name? Adam Jensen. Thank you.
That's right. That's the one.
Adam Jensen. Yes, the guy who sounds like a comic book hero, like hidden identity. Yes, this is my alter ego, Adam Jensen.
I never asked for this.
Jensen, yeah. Oh, I love the voice actor for Adam Jensen.
I watched one where he does on YouTube where he does a playthrough of the game where he's voice. And he just like starts slacking off the NPCs like, hey Anna, where's my fucking pizza?
That's brilliant.
This is really great. I can't remember, but you have to just look up like Adam Jensen voice actor plays Deus Ex or something like that.
It's really fun. I don't know why, but this music makes me think of the aliens from Sesame Street. Yep.
He also does one of the voices in MechWarrior 5. I did not know this, but that's so cool.
Oh yeah, he's very versatile. He's kind of like I forget it. I already I forgot his name too. I'm terrible with names. Another voice actor. He does pretty much everything in anime and video games, especially like early 2000s. But it's always they're really recognizable because they'll just keep rehiring them. They have like incredible range. So they could just keep doing these like really intense voices, but in different ways. Let's see here. It sounds like Mass Effect 1 music.
It's weird because I sometimes hear it, but then it cuts out, and I think it's some, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, is it cutting out bad for you?
Yeah, you also cut out while you're playing.
I see. I know how to fix this issue. However, it would require me to Alt-Tab.
You can do that.
Okay, I will then. I will Alt-Tab for you, sir. I believe that is necessary for me to fix. I just have to open a thing. Oh, that's the courtesy flush. And let's put in voice and video. And there you go. Now you can hear me perfectly. You can hear everything in my room perfectly, actually. Hear my fan now.
Excellent.
There you go. Now it's going to be really immersive, so you can hear everything.
Yeah. Macho Bobbins now enters the glorious soundscape of these saga adventures. We embark upon the most stupidest of adventures where orcs are silly and towers are strange. And the water's purple, but who cares?
Very purple water.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
That's a pitched saw. I can also pitch.
Oh, that's great.
And then I can also here you can listen to these guitars and you rank them as I go through. These are actual guitar samples that they have for this.
All right. Has a mandolin quality.
Yeah. It's a nylon guitar.
Oh, like a Spanish guitar. It's a bit tight on the sound, I think, for being what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, maybe. That one's a light version.
Well, what metric do you want me to rank them?
Just however you like. Just tell me what you feel about them, because I don't know guitars that well.
Oh, it has a bit of like, I like that discordant noise it does with an imperfectly placed finger. God damn.
Yeah, you can make it sound pretty good.
How much of this is like template and how much of this your own finger work?
These are all my This is me.
Good, because that was fucking amazing. Look, straight up, that was very good.
Yeah, no, I'm just playing with the keys, so I can even do like the...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. That's brilliant. I love it. No, that was really good. I would totally believe that as a
guitar.
As a guitar, I would. It sounds very authentic.
Until I let go of a key. See, I have my pedal, but it's like somewhere under my desk. Unfortunately, I have blankets under there, so I can't find it. So, like, under my desk, I have like this nice blanket my mom got me. It's like a wolf blanket with 3 wolves howling at the moon. You know the image.
Yeah.
I got a nice fluffy blanket of that down there, and that keeps my feet warm because I got nothing but wood floors in here. Well, wood, air quotes. We all know that's not what that is. It looks like wood. It's got the nice texture of wood. We know it's not really wood. It may have been wood at one point in its life, but it ain't wood no more.
It's not wood anymore. No.
It's something else. I don't know what they make those out of. It's like you're going to bust out a saucy freestyle rendition of Bella Ciao. Linoleum. Yeah, it's kind of like linoleum, but it's like those slats. It's cheap stuff. I'm sure it's got some wood in there somewhere. How is everyone this evening? I'm having cake for dinner. Well, excellent. Happy birthday to you. That's the same guitar, but with like a huge bout of reverb.
Oh, wow. This is the stuff you will hear in a church. I'm feeling like I'm watching the intro scene like for an episode of Sharp, as it's happening in Spain when they're meeting with the resistance fighters.
Yeah, I know. It's got that kind of look to it. This one's a...
You ever watch Sharp, that series?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
This
Sean
one's,
Bean and everything.
This one's called Bright Humbucker. Are you ready for this? It's called a Bright Humbucker. It sounds like a guitar, but you know by the notation it's not.
Right.
But if you played it like convincingly, I don't know how you could. Like it's close enough, like it has the tone, but it doesn't
Did you
have.
say
this,
humbucker?
Yeah, a humbucker.
Yeah, that's the name of the kind of style of pickup that it's. Humbucker is where there's like
I've never heard
a
of it
dual
before.
pickup.
Let's
It
see.
has that bit more of an aggressive noise when there's a dual humbucker in place. It's good for amplification of sound if you want to do like a bit distorted noise. But it is a bit tight or compressed.
Yeah, it does. It does sound a little bit. This one's got a really cool. Sounds like a Casio almost. This one's called Brit Bulb. I'm guessing it means bright.
I don't really know what that means. Is this supposed to be guitar? Like, I don't know, man.
I'm sure
So
it was
far,
like,
I
I'm
think
sure
we're-
if you do that.
I don't know, man. I think we're still stretching the definition a bit. I'm not denying that like there's a lot of air guitar necessary for a lot of people who are listening right now, but
Yeah, maybe we're a band in the 70s, you know?
we are. I still need to buy that effect set that so we can do that. Remember that recording, that exact distortion I had? The one that where you really
Yes.
liked. That's the exact distortion. I played a rendition of actually a Marilyn Manson song, actually.
Oh yeah.
Great Big Wide World.
It was wood once ago, a long time ago, when it was dank deep of the sun's rays, when the spinning chain tore its flesh and brought to it low, even when the yard marred its color with unnatural pigments to better feed it to the saw. But even they knew not what this wood would become. It's true. This wood had become my floor now. There's the answer to that. It is now my floor. It's like
no, that's
the first one is like, this is the year 2525. Mucho Bobbins will forget that he has the key he needs. It's the year 1990. Macho Bobbins will become flight certified in the year of legend. Yes, so many things. Yeah,
it's so great.
that's because it was Digiman. That was a good year. Daisy Rock acoustic. See,
Steel strings.
yeah, I'm guessing. Let's try this one. That's a little bit loud. It's extra is what it's called.
I'm guessing could be electric guitar. Could be like an old cheap Stratocaster. Why not?
Yeah, it's an electroacoustic, this one. This is called Dark Star.
The Macho Bobbin's official timeline has 3 asterisks per sentence and has to be folded to make sense. I love that. Nice one, Pretzel Mauer.
Let's see. That's the acoustic one, and then there's... It's like a hybrid between that both. It even has like fret noises. You can even hear it. Yeah, it's got like... They did a really good job on this one.
Ooh, this has a good ring. It's like the oscillating string. It's capturing that.
Yeah, these are really good samples. This is probably the best one.
It's very good. I can believe that being someone strumming the strings.
Oh, right.
I am the man who arranges the blocks.
I know. That's actually in this key. It's in that key.
Yeah, it's really good.
Because that's from the game. Theirs is in that key.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I know that because I played both. Because I was like, oh, I could play them both. But it turns out totally different. But it helped me learn different scales. That was really nice.
Yeah.
Tetris God, arise. This is supposed to be the electric guitar.
I don't know, man.
Let's give it some more depth. Doesn't sound like that.
Yeah, so far it's not working for me, I'm gonna have to say.
I give it some more presence. Whatever that means.
Too much mid.
Too much mid?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Usually...
Have some more overdrive. That's too much. That's terrible. You're right, there is. I can't, unfortunately, I'm,
okay.
Let's see, turn it down there. There.
The problem is it has a distinct MIDI effect. It doesn't sound like a guitar.
You sure that doesn't sound like a real guitar? That sounds so amazingly like a guitar. I'm kidding.
I don't know, man.
That sounds fine.
So far.
Yeah. That actually sounds pretty good.
The oscillation effect is good.
Yeah.
I really want to hook up my guitar now and play.
I know, it sounds really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Casio made a guitar. Maybe that's why they were aiming for. That's true. There are sounds to get you there. They included like if you wanted to just sound like a Casio keyboard. Let's see.
Oh, with the wah wah
Yeah,
pedal.
this is called
I have one of those.
Diddy
like
wah.
one of those. Yeah. This is the effect you use when you make the love.
Diddy wah. You like my little pitch there?
That was very good. Little pinch.
Yeah, just a little pinch, tiny pinch. Or I could just do that.
Ooh, yeah. Oh. That's so cool. I love that. Yeah.
Yep, hell yeah. I can go wahs, I can go ebo. You know what an ebo is?
No?
My friend Kevin actually introduced it to me years ago. It's basically a device that you sit on the top of your guitar string, and it vibrates it. So you can play your strings at like different harmonic frequencies, like a bow going up and down like a violin string, but for electric guitars. It's very specialized, and I think only like one guy makes it. But you can get one. They're like $100.
Oh, it sounds so cool. Can I see this somewhere?
Yeah, you could go just ebo, just EBOW. It's just
All right.
It's a unique sound. Here's what it kind of sounds like. Except through a keyboard. I mean, on a normal guitar, you have everything to help you out.
It sounds like a ringtone.
Yeah, no, that's... Good luck trying to get it to go that low, but I'm sure on a bass it would sound pretty cool. You can make some really cool harmonic sounds with it. That's what it's mainly for. This one's called Finger Neck Hum. Warm electric guitar. That's what it's supposed to be. All right, here's some metal chords for you.
What the fuck?
So each octave is like a different sound that's at different pitches, and so I could have a slide or one of those, because you can't do that on a keyboard. Obviously, I can't go.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? I could do that on an amp, but not on a keyboard. So these are all the sound effects so I can layer my music to make it sound like I've made that song with an actual guitar. So it's like I could be like...
Very clever.
You see what I mean? Like as I go down the keyboard, each octave is a different one. Yeah, different chord.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, that's what you did. So those are... What are these? It just sounds like...
AJ says, courtesy flush. Come for the laid-back, wholesome games. Stay for the live music. Damn right. Yeah, it holds up lighter. Yeah.
Hybrid. Oh yeah, that's like a key. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
I like that one a lot. That's it's like acoustic and electric guitars mixed together. Yeah, it is.
It kind of is.
It is.
Yeah,
It's just that. It's just two guitars. It's just combined.
I remember I learned to play Black Diamond.
Oh yeah.
For the Warhammer thing that we were going to try to do, and then I found out that playing Black Diamond from Kiss is actually, you can combine that with Knife Fight City.
Yeah.
Pretty easily actually, because it's sort of like the same.
we made that comment we were listening.
Yeah, exactly.
We were gonna try to play like our own version of Black Diamond, but it just didn't pan out because.
No, I didn't. It didn't pan out, but I was still trying to experiment.
We were experimenting, see what we can do.
Yeah. But it was fun learning to play, because it also meant that when I was like out for walks and stuff like that, I'd like try to run it through my head and sort of like mess around with my like
Yeah.
Because it has that where it goes like do 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 do, like up on the 12th fret or something like thereabouts, and then it just fits in that you can do 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 afterwards.
Yeah, we have the opening to Black Diamond, and they're like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wait, what's going on? Oh wow.
These are noises.
Oh, those are slides. Yeah, okay.
Wow. This is like a spaghetti western. Oh,
Oh,
those are power chords right there.
well, they're muted. The power chord's just different. That's a different thing.
Yeah, that's what it says. Power chord splitter. Never mind.
Okay, because power chord is when you, for example, you drop D. And I know what you're gonna say, but when you drop the E string down to a D, and so the power chord is when you normally put a finger over the string and then do for example, like an E or like a C or an A in front of it. That's a power chord.
That makes sense. Uh-oh. We're going on a trip, I guess.
Oh my god.
It's never ending.
Oh.
Oh, sounds so cool.
You're not wrong, Kaz, but they are useful. On the purple of seas, Macho Bobbins traverses the strangest of places. There are orcs most pitiful, and thieves most steely. The black square around the frigate protects him. He prays to it every day by firing a gun. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty heavy.
I love that.
I can always make a heavy version of the Tetris theme. It's so heavy.
This is the madhouse of this song.
You can hear everything.
I can't headbang any harder.
I just had a Persian, like the Prince of Persia standing there. You're just fighting a Balrog with your ship and just putting you to sleep.
I'm just sleeping here, don't mind. How dare you wake Macho Bobbins in his slumbers? Fire the cannon. Oh yeah.
This is excellent.
Also-
yeah.
Nice playing, by the way. I really love this.
Oh, thank you. There's all the pianos.
And I know the chat agrees because they've been talking nothing about it except about it, like how awesome it is.
Balrog is no match for a full broadside. Excellent. Yes.
Indeed. Indeed.
This is a mix of every single piano that I have on my thing. That's right. Every piano. That's right. It sounds like a saloon piano, a grand piano. Oh, that's terrible. I kind of like it though. Not this piano though.
Pretzel Bummer says the combined narration of music was too much. It made my Twitch have a player error.
Oh wow.
I didn't know I sucked that bad.
That's let's see what other. Oh yeah.
Exactly, Sergeant Novels. We shall have a nap and then resume bombarding the shoreline. Yes. First nap. Oh, I love this.
This is called Amiga Advanced.
strategy stares us all in the face, that we can do not but stand tall and take off our trousers and wave our gentleman's whoopsies at it. Ha ha ha.
No. Gets a
I
little
feel like I should salute.
yeah. Oh. That's called artificial. It's like artificial flutes.
Oh.
I gotta hook this up to my MT32 next time I do a stream with Naresar, because part of the reason, well, not even just that, I just need to do it when he's not, because if I try to use the MT32 and still play instruments through it, it won't work right, because the way MIDI talks to the MT32 versus a normal MIDI keyboard is that it's like offset by one channel, so your MIDI's going channel 1 and MT32 is like, nah, dude, there ain't no channel 1. But if you hold like 2 buttons for 5 seconds and turn a knob, because that's how it worked back then, now it can. So that's all I had to do. I'm just dead ass serious. I have to hold a button down for 5 seconds.
Really?
And then
Seriously?
turn the knob, and now I can actually play MIDI through it. Yes, that is quite literally, because there's only like 5 buttons on the thing. And it's got a tiny little micro screen. It is from 1984, 5, something like that.
Ah, good old 84 times.
Yeah, right now I'm just playing everything through Fruity Loops, FL Studio.
Yeah. I mean, you have some pretty cool stuff though when it comes to this kind of thing.
I just I spent a lot of time when I was at my previous job just going through like different sound effects and stuff, because there was nothing else I could do while I was watching someone. I can't I can't just like browse the internet or what. I have to like keep. So I'm like, I can play music because I can watch them, and I have headphones. I can hear what they're saying. So I'm just sitting here watching them do a speech, and I'm just like, this new product that we're bringing you today will help you and your family survive the nuclear apocalypse. See, I would do shit like this.
Yeah, that's great. I love it. What would you do with a drunken sailor?
So that's just an arpeggiator. That's what that noise. That
Yeah.
It's an arpeggiator.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just
You
playing-
can get those. By the way, I have a pedal that can do that for the guitar too.
Awesome.
I know.
Drunken Sailor is an 80s neon dystopia panning shot song. Yeah, exactly. That sounds like the way they would reboot like Pirates of the Caribbean. They would just have an 80s neon dystopia panning shot. What would you do with a drunken sailor in the year of 1423?
What? The question at the time was, what would you do with the drunken sailor?
Oh, and then you just have him pop up like, no, where's the rum? And then the movie starts.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
He's
by
back,
the way, since you
and he's doing all kinds of crazy, goofy stuff. What? That's how I feel about. You know what's funny is I think that Pirates of the Caribbean is a beautiful soundtrack, hilarious movie. But every time I watch it, at some point in my head, I just start going like, "Uh-oh, we're having a goofy, wacky adventure now, guys." I can't help it. It's just that's the formula. I know that's the formula.
I know. It's so great.
The Sherlock Holmes movies, they're awesome. I love those movies. The later ones that were made. I forget the Iron Man. You're great, Iron Man.
Yeah.
But the thing is, love the movies. Thought it was great. I still felt like, we're going to go on a wacky adventure, guys. Whoa!
Whoa, guys, watch out.
Sherlock Holmes is going on a wacky adventure. Yeah.
Oh, that's too great.
It's like a whole genre. It's like literally there's like a movie of genre where it's just like friends say quippy things and they go on wacky adventures. Everyone has a quip. I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah.
Like I'm usually pretty good at... Here's the thing. I'm pretty good at quips, but they're not quips that are friendly. That's the problem. It's like every quip that I want to come up with in my head is just plain out rude. Because I'm like thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, well, that's because they're in a movie, Mike. They're in a movie, so they can like have those moments and be quippy, because they're doing it knowing there's an audience, so they are aware of you.
Right.
That's why they're that good, and they don't take offense to it.
Yeah, exactly.
The writers are aware you're watching, so the characters must do quippy things so that way your brain can connect. I don't know. I don't really care. It's such a bizarre world.
Oh, by the way, before we get too far away from it, remember how I talked about how you have all these great sound systems and know stuff about them? I wanted to, before we get too far away from that, also mention that there's a member of Canium that is, and shout out to him, Omegas, who sometimes sometimes watches this. He's a good friend of mine. I've known many years. He knows every possible like old game systems out there. Like he's really into like old game console.
Hell yeah.
So he knows everything about them, and like one of his dreams when things would be to create like a small museum with this kind of stuff. Like he knows tons of stuff. So
yeah,
I've told him about several times that you also have like old sound stuff, and that it's kind of sort of the same idea in a way.
I do. I only have three devices currently, but I have an MT32, an SC88 Pro, and a CM32LN. Yeah, LN. That one in particular was made for a laptop. It's really rare. I don't know. I just, because it was the only CM32 that was available, and it was like really cheap. I don't think the person realized, like they were like, nobody else has this. It was actually fairly cheap. And then I looked it up, and it's actually fairly rare. So hopefully I don't break it. It is very clean. It's supposed to go with some sort of laptop. So you'd have a laptop, and then you put the CM32LN underneath this very specific laptop, and it would make it like a laptop from like the 80s or 90s. It was like early 90s where you could like make music, or it would just play games on it. It was like, no, it was for gaming. That's right. So, and karaoke, I guess, because I don't know what their thought process was, but they made a connector for it and everything. I don't have the connector. I believe that comes with the computer. However,
this ancient machine.
Right. I don't think the connector would be that hard to manufacture and have it made or 3D printed anyway. Yeah, it's not super proprietary, I'd assume. It's not a MIDI plug. No, I would have been easily. There is MIDI adapt plugs on there so I can use it to play music from games like Fallen Sky, stuff like that. Like stuff where it uses the CM32 to play all the sound effects and stuff. But I can't hook it in with like a computer directly and talk to it like that computer could, and I don't know what it would actually say, or like aside from MIDI, what could they possibly be? What other purpose could this be used for? This seems like something that LGR would be more capable to understand, because he probably has the resources to track down the laptop. That would be kind of cool, but I'll just have to take care of it for now until I can figure out when I guess I wanted to play Beneath the Steel Sky with it, and have it play original CM32 noises.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. We've been playing for 2.5 hours, my friend.
Have we really? Oh
yeah,
my
I know.
God.
We've been hanging out just doing that. We would have done this anyway.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyway.
Yeah, and shout out to Megas if you are watching, buddy. Hope you're having a good time.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. And also, we'll be back again here probably, I don't know about tomorrow, but we'll see.
Can we buy the food first? Where's the food?
To the right. McDonald's.
To the right.
We have to go to McDonald's.
McDonald's.
There's the clown.
Right. There he is. Fucking weird. Sorry.
He doesn't give a big fuck.
Yes. Yes.
It's one of my favorite things where they're having this giant fight in front of you, because I was playing Ronald McDonald's, I was playing the mascot in this Shadowrun game, and it's like, they're having this fight across from you, and I'm just sitting there with my legs crossed, and I'm like, I don't give a McFuck. I don't work here. I'm just the mascot. I just show up and do the. I don't work in this place. I'm not gonna stop a fight.
No, are you kidding me? Like, I get paid like crap any in the first place. Why on earth?
Oh,
should I
Whacker, you
get
just
involved?
watched that live, bro. I was just like, dude, that's how I would feel if I was that mascot. I would honestly, like, if a fight started breaking, like if I had to go do one of those really fucked up McDonald's, you know which ones I'm talking about. You've seen them in America.
Yeah.
The ones where you're kind of like, I don't know if I should get out of my car. I've been in I grew up in that neighborhood, so I know. And I'm like, dude, I would just imagine that's what it was. And so if I had a fight break out, I would just sit back and be like, no, y'all figure it out. I'll wait till you're all done first. Then I'll get up and do clown shit. And so that y'all fuck this up. I'm not getting involved. The ice cream machine is broken, all right? That's how it is. Also, I would recommend we get off this island when we save in case our boat disappears when we reload. I just hit save. Because there's a portal there, we could actually go back. But yeah, this is even safer, I'd say. I hope. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks a lot, everybody, for hanging out. And we'll be back again. If not tomorrow, we'll be back in Monday with more Gabriel Night. So until then, you guys take care. Have a good night. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.
See ya.